Now,
Betty, these trips that you've taken, how many have you gone to the Middle East?
31.
Now, and they're interdenominational.
Yes.
Okay. And what your purpose there is to do what? Every time?
Is to gather with religious leaders.
Okay.
Political leaders.
Okay.
Social leaders.
Okay.
That leadership.
And it's you've met on these trips. They've had Christian ministers from the United States.
Oh,
they've had you met Yasser Arafat.
Yes.
Okay, in Palestine, which is amazing.
I started to bring my picture with him. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't. I will.
Yeah, and so
good man.
What was happening over there in this thing that was underwritten by Dr. Moon?
Yes.
Was
and continues to be
an interdenominational support of ministers, the people of faith, to pray for peace in the Middle East, the most troubled spot on the planet.
That's our song. Peace, shalom, salam alaikum. Pray for peace in the Middle East, and we walk those streets chanting. I'll tell you, and we did get it signed on the first one. That was the miracle of the signing.
That story still is.
I get shivers every time I think about it. Because if it hadn't been signed, I wouldn't have had 30 more trips.
Yeah.
You know. But everything is possible, dear friends. Do hold in your mind, as Jesus said, as a man thinks it is.
I just want to step back to that story, Betty. This was her first trip over there, and they were going to sign this document. The ministers of all these different faiths, they're in Jerusalem, all right? They've had a bombing. So that morning,
7 people killed.
All right. So
right behind us, in the bus
in the second behind us. Okay. So what happened is that tensions were as they are just at a height.
It was a miracle that that these leaders made it, and 400 did.
Yes.
Druze, Jews, Muslims, Christians.
Yes. From all over. Here they were
all over.
In Jerusalem.
Most people couldn't ride the bus because they're scared.
Yes.
You know, the Intifada was going on.
Yes. Now, so what happens is there's this document about pledging for peace.
And we've got it 20 feet over the stage. Okay,
big. There it is.
There it is.
All right. Empty.
Come sign it.
Empty.
It's up here. Here it is. Now sign
it. Empty. All right? No signatures.
No signatures.
All right? They're into the last day. All right? You have a plane to leave.
Finally.
Yeah.
I've got 2 hours to get to Tel Aviv.
Okay, to the airport. All right? You're waiting. You are in this room, and
I could feel it.
Okay.
It was Pentecost. I could feel the spirit moving
there
in that room.
All right.
And I said, one flame is all we need.
What I want you to do, Betty, is describe how that happened right before it was. This was the last hour.
We were in minutes.
Okay.
We were in minutes. They were going to have to say, "We've got." Okay,
yeah, this is it.
Thank you for coming. Okay.
No signatures. I mean, these are the Jews and the Muslims. They're not happy. All right?
I am in that room, and I am back in the Book of Acts, and this happening. Just one finger.
Yeah.
Finger of fire.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening, folks. I've never heard such impassioned and people who wanted peace. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just like this, and I look up, and there's a little man who's so short that I can hardly see him over the podium. I didn't see him come up there.
Yeah.
And I, well, who is that in that black wrinkled suit?
Yeah.
And this little man just stands there, and he says, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not a religious man, he said. He was a Jew. I'm not religious. I'm not political. I'm just the broken-hearted father of a 19-year-old son, my only child, who was killed in one of the bombings. But how could I not give donate his parts, his heart, and all these organs to the little 12-year-old girl that was so badly hurt in the retaliation for that bombing.
So the Palestinian girl, he gave his son's organs to help a girl injured as Israel retaliated for that bombing.
And he had been, crucified for doing that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, well, you stupid man.
Yeah, and you're
okay?
helping the people killing us?
But how could I not do it? He was looking for peace,
Yeah.
Can you understand that I had to do it? Well, I'll tell you, Pentecost happened. You might call it pandemonium, but I will call it forever Pentecost. That was that flame of love.
Yeah.
That he didn't intend.
No.
But how could I not?
Yes.
He said.
Yeah.
And everybody jumped on the floor, singing, dancing, having a gala, and everything else.
Yeah.
And
wow.
it just went on and went on. And I just said, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you, God. I have always been so fascinated. And that's why I never have missed a Middle East Peace Initiative opportunity, and Jordan, and I do go to Egypt on my own, and next year we'll probably go there. Spirit says we probably will.